Hi, my name is Melissa Grier, and I'm Assistant District Attorney in Riverhead in the Child Abuse and Domestic Violence Bureau. I started in the District Court Bureau in Central Islip. I was there for approximately 3 years, then I went through the Case Advisory Bureau, what it was called at that time, and then I went in 2013, I started in Child Abuse and Domestic Violence, and I've been there ever since. So I grew up here in Suffolk County, and I graduated here in Suffolk County, and then I went to Boston University, where I studied political science and history, and I got my BA and my MA. Then I came back home, and I went to law school at Hofstra, and I graduated in 2009 from Hofstra Law School, and I started here in the District Attorney's Office. So before I started at law school, I took some time off, and I worked at a homeless shelter here in Suffolk County. And it was during that time that I actually got called for jury duty, and I knew that I wanted to go to law school, but I sat as a juror for a homicide case, and that really propelled me in realizing that I wanted to do criminal law litigation. Growing up, I was always, public service was just always something that was part of my life, whether it was helping clean up, the beaches, whether it was a food pantry or a soup kitchen or something like that, or just even tutoring, things like that. Public service was always something that was a very familiar thing that we did with my friends, my family, and it was just kind of expected, but it was also something that I enjoyed. And I knew I wanted to be a lawyer, but it was, again, going through that jury selection, that jury process, but also realizing and sitting as a juror that you really helped the public, and they were really helping the public in prosecuting a crime. And I saw that firsthand, and it really sparked an interest and a love in what I do now. Here in the Child Abuse and Domestic Violence Bureau, I started in 2013, and we prosecute all felony cases of sexual and physical assaults of children, as well as domestic violence cases. And so we work with children all the time. We work with some of the most marginalized communities where voices are often not giving deference in society. So we speak for them. We meet with children. We hear what they have to say. We corroborate their testimonies, and oftentimes we have to prosecute cases based on the word of a child. And we do that because we believe them, and we want them to have justice and for them to feel like they are important and what they went through is important. So giving a voice to a child is one of the greatest things that I think that you can do here, because no one else speaks for them. And being able to stand up and present a case against their perpetrator is a really important thing that we do here. And also for domestic violence, unfortunately, while it can impact any member of the community, oftentimes it's the women who are victims of domestic violence. And because of the role that they have in society, they often have economic hardships or societal hardships. And to give a voice to them, to empower them to explain what happened and to end the cycle of violence is really important, and it's a really impactful thing to be able to do that on a daily basis. The most meaningful thing as working at NDAs as an assistant district attorney is being able to every day be proud of what I do, what my colleagues do, and that is representing the community, making the community safer, making our homes where we live safer. It's standing up for those who don't have a voice, who don't have, the power to sometimes say, I need help, and we help them. And to be able to do that, sometimes when, you have sometimes things working against you or working against your victims, it's incredibly powerful to be able to go home at night and be satisfied with what you do. And I think myself and my colleagues and everyone here, that's the greatest gift that we have, is that we can give a voice to the voiceless and give power to those who feel that they lack the power because of the situation that they were placed in. Tilman just laid down here. However, Tilman III is our facility dog, and he's been with the District Attorney's Office for about 2 years now, and he is from Canine Companions, and he's a certified facility dog, which means that he has been trained in over 40 commands. I don't think sitting like this was a command, but he's very good at it. And he comes to work every time I'm at work, he's at work. So I'm technically his handler, I'm really his mom, and he works with all ADAs really, but primarily the children. He just has he has a huge fondness of children and working with them, maybe because they're on the same level, I'm not sure. But he gives comfort. That's his main role, is giving comfort, bringing smiles to everyone. People walk into this courthouse, it's kind of sterile, it's big, it can be intimidating. And Tilman kind of lightens the mood. He shows everyone who walks in here that it's going to be okay, that we're just listening to hear what they have to say, to get to the truth of everything. So he is a really great tool in helping us do that. We have the greatest opportunity here and what we do to really work with the community to show that where we live, where we work is a wonderful place. And everyone in this office, my colleagues, Tilman, they show just how hard we work and what we do, because we all want to live in a safe and prosperous society. And I think what we do here really helps that. And a lot of people don't know what we do, and they think, you're just some lawyer, but we're not just a lawyer. We are really helping those who can't help themselves. And especially where I work in child abuse, domestic violence, I feel like I get to do that on a daily basis. And that gives me an immense sense of pride in my work, and I get to go home and sleep very well at night knowing that I'm making a difference in the world. And with Tilman, we go to schools, we talk about the dangers of teen violence and teen dating violence and type of cyber crimes. And we start young because we don't want people to have to come into this building and tell us about the worst day of their lives. So we try to avoid that by being proactive. And sometimes when you're looking in an auditorium and you see 12 or 13-year-olds, and just one thing that you say kind of resonates, that is that's a great day, when maybe they're not going to say that what you said was important, but if they just take one lesson from it and can change something about their lives or help someone else in their life, then we've done our jobs. So that's a great day as well.